Now don't you hit me with a rain check. I need something like a blank check. Spending a lot of emotion on tonight. Don't you hit me with a rain check. No need to make it a train wreck. Find me a time and decide soon, 'cause I'll be on my way, but I don't wanna wait.
You know what, guys? I thought everything was going to come in peace to a zen state when you clear up your acne, but life isn't that easy to live, so it throws you into a different challenge, which is the aftermath of having acne. And those are either acne scarrings or hyperpigmentation. So today, I'm specifically going to talk about the topic of how to fade post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. And this video will also be helpful for those of you guys who are dealing with skin discoloration issue, including melasma, sunspots, age spots, those kind of brown spots that you have. So let's get started, because life is so interesting. I cannot wait to share this. I do firmly believe with the right skincare products and the ingredients and the right practice, you will eventually tackle this issue. So first off, let's talk about what your skincare routine should look like. Number one, you have to have a serum or an ampule or an essence that has a very potent, effective, and active ingredient that can really interfere with the melanin production. So this is going to be a little bit of preventative method, or it actually does tackle the ongoing hyperpigmentation process. And later on, I will be touching on the active ingredients that you guys have to look for. Moving on to the next step, which is to moisturize. If your moisture barrier is compromised or it's somewhat damaged, your skin is going to delay in the healing process. That's why it's so important to make it function by itself, and also never dry out your skin. And we've talked about this numerous times before. And you have to use sunscreen whatsoever every single day, even though you're indoors or outdoors. Yeah, great. If you're not going to use sunscreen, just exit this video. Like, there's no point of doing any of this if you don't use sunscreen. Use a chemical exfoliator occasionally, including AHA, such as glycolic acid, lactic acid, mandelic acid. What these are going to do is these are going to push that, accelerate that cellular turnover so that your healing process kind of speeds up a little bit, and it's going to buff away all the dead skin cells on top. So your skin is going to be more resurfaced and retextured, and also it is more likely to have less textural issue when your skin is finally healed. Last but not least, you have to have patience in your skincare routine, commitment. Just give like at least 2 to 3 months to see results with this skincare routine. Now you might want to warm up your fingers a little bit to screenshot this video, because I'm going to talk about the active ingredients, as I mentioned, to look for in this serum. Now I'm going to break down each ingredient and give you guys some product recommendations along. So here we go. Let's start with vitamin A. This is retin A, retinoic acid, and over the counter it's called retinol. And I have to give you guys my full honesty that I haven't tried retinol yet. I do own a couple of retinol products, but I was a little bit skeptical and a little bit scared to jump on it yet, because I know how irritating it can be when you first start it. There is going to be a certain amount of purging stage as well. I do want to try it because it is the only clinically proven ingredient that can actually rewind the clock of your skin, because it can not only diminish the uneven skin tone or hyperpigmentation or acne, and also repair the damage of the DNA in the skin cell. That with vitamin A derivatives, you do need a lot of patience to see results. So if you start using it, do commit to it and do keep using it. But currently I think I'm pretty happy with other products that I'm using at the moment, so I'm kind of like saving the retinol for later. Number 2, we have vitamin B3, aka niacinamide, aka my favorite ingredient. I am going to be like the biggest ambassador for niacinamide. It's amazing at suppressing melanin production. Not only that, it's amazing anti-aging ingredient, it's amazing moisturizing ingredient. It has a great anti-inflammatory property, as well as it does regulate the sebum production. So I do have a couple of products. First off, we have the Manufactory Galactomyces Niacin Special Treatment Essence. This only contains 2%, which is widely available in other products as well. But this guy is a very good everyday kind of preventative method. Okay, if you're looking for a more potent version of niacinamide, you gotta look for something that's 5% or above. This is the Glossier Super Pure, and this contains niacinamide and zinc serum. And a lot of people compare this to this, which is the ordinary niacinamide 10% and zinc 1%. It is not irritating at all. My skin tolerates it really, really well. I love it. But the thing is that this guy actually pills, so I can't really layer this underneath my makeup, which means I can't use this in the daytime. That's why I still keep the Glossier Super Pure, because the formulation of this is way more pleasant, well absorbing onto my skin. But a lot of people do find that it's a little bit sketchy that Glossier didn't reveal the exact percentage of the active ingredient that they put in. I did email them, but I didn't get a clear answer, which is a little bit disappointing, but I hope it is 5% or above, but who knows. Now, you guys all know that vitamin C is an amazing ingredient when it comes to brightening up and just evening out that complexion. It's just an amazing topical antioxidant. I think it's fair enough to say that vitamin C actually does deserve its own dedicated video, so I won't really dive deep into it here. Anything with ascorbic or anything with ascorbyl will be somewhat related to vitamin C. Among numerous vitamin C derivatives, still L-ascorbic acid is supposed to be the gold standard and the most commonly used vitamin C derivative, so you will find it in a lot of skincare products already. I actually call it like a high maintenance girlfriend that you can never satisfy because it comes with a lot of limitations. So packaging really does matter when it comes to storing this vitamin C form. So if it comes in a clear bottle, do not buy it. If it comes in a dropper form, just use it as fast as you can. The ideal packaging is just an airless, airtight pump packaging. It's supposed to be effective from 10% to all the way up to 30%. And for L-ascorbic acid to be effective, it needs to be in the pH range like 3 to 3.5. That's why you kind of feel that tingling sensation, because it is acidic. For the L-ascorbic acid serum, I'm currently trying out the Drunk Elephant C-Firma Day Serum, and this contains 15% of L-ascorbic acid. On top of that, it has vitamin E and ferulic acid. Now, you might be kind of familiar with this combination of ingredients. That's right, it's actually SkinCeuticals C ferulic kind of formula. They actually found out these ingredients together, they actually synergize and they amplify each other's antioxidant qualities as well as some protective properties. This is what I'm talking about when it comes to L-ascorbic acid packaging. Completely opaque, no UV light penetratable. It's airtight, airless packaging. You just twist up to pump out the product, no oxygen contact. It has pumpkin enzymes to brighten up your skin, so when you use this consistently, your skin is just really radiant and luminous. Amazing product. There's another vitamin C derivative that I really like, which is called Magnesium Ascorbyl Phosphate. Now, this guy is way more stable than L-ascorbic acid, way more gentle, and it's effective in neutral pH, which means it's not going to tingle as much. And also it's effective in much lower concentration than L-ascorbic acid in order to suppress the melanin production. So this guy is something that I've been using for the past month. I've been loving it. It's the ordinary Magnesium Ascorbyl Phosphate 10%. Of course, it's way more gentle. I find it really comfortable on my skin. It is a kind of emulsion type, so I use this in between of serum and my moisturizer. Now, if you live in the States, a lot of dermatologists will prescribe you hydroquinone, and this guy is actually banned in Korea as well as European countries, but it's highly effective bleaching ingredient basically, so that's why it's so effective in fading hyperpigmentation in such a short period of time. A lot of dermatologists say it's no problem, it's highly stable and safe to use, but still the safety of this guy is a little bit controversial. Now, arbutin is the cousin of hydroquinone. It actually took hydroquinone and tweaked it a little bit. They made it to alpha arbutin and beta arbutin. Science. It was really popular back in the days, but actually niacinamide took over its place because niacinamide is supposed to be way more stable in formulation. It's well tolerated to a lot of people and it's way cheaper. But arbutin is known to be a good brightening ingredient. Bearberry extract is supposed to be the origin of arbutin, so that's why you see a lot of bearberry extracts in brightening skincare product. When you topically apply this, it actually converts into hydroquinone inside our skin and it suppresses the melanin productions. Another two ingredients to look for if you're really fond of natural ingredients are mulberry extract as well as licorice root extract. You guys all know that I'm officially hooked with oil. Some oils have an amazing skin regenerating property. My favorite so far is the Tamanu oil. Now Tamanu oil is actually supposed to treat eczema, extreme sunburns, scaly skin, or acne and acne scars and stretch marks even. It's because it has an amazing wound healing and skin regenerating and skin rejuvenating property. And I do see results already, so I highly recommend this. Another widely popular oil is the rosehip oil. Now again, I do have the ordinary rosehip oil because it's so affordable, but rosehip oil is super rich in vitamin A, retinoic acid. That's why it can actually go deep inside the skin and push that cellular turnover and regenerate new skin. And it's also rich in vitamin C, which can help brightening up your complexion, evening out the complexion. And it's a dry oil which is high in linoleic acid, so it's supposed to be well tolerated with oily skin types, so that's why it is so popular among acne prone skin types. So yeah, I love this too. Sea Buckthorn Oil is another oil that is really popular to fade acne scarrings, and also it can actually do clear up acne because it has a wonderful anti-inflammatory properties. It's really high in antioxidant as well, so it's really beloved by a variety of skin types. But the thing is, it's a little bit heavy, so it is high in oleic acid, so it's going to be kind of heavy for oily skin types or acne prone skin types to use, but you can use it as a spot treatment. So that was my take on how to fade hyperpigmentation and discoloration. It does require patience and consistency, but with those two, you will see results, I promise. And I'll be here for emotional support. Anything you need, just let me know. And I would really appreciate if you can share this video with your friends and family who share the same issue. And yeah, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, don't forget to do that by clicking the red subscribe button down below. And I will see you guys later.